Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. How is everyone this fine Woo Woo Wednesday? Welcome, welcome. I don't think my voice sounds different, but it might because I do have a cold. It came on fast and furious like Monday, and yeah, it's already starting to leave, which is great because I just thinking back, I haven't had a cold since I started the life wave patches. I always forget what they're called. I haven't had a cold since then. I started them in May, and I think the last cold I had was probably early May, maybe. Late April, early May, somewhere in there. I don't know. I felt like I had a cold pretty much from December last year all the way through April or May. Anywho, those colds from, pretty much since probably the year before COVID, I just feel like I get a cold and it will not leave. It will not leave. It holds on and on and on. But Monday night, I couldn't even fall asleep. I've told you guys before, but I cannot, like if I can't breathe out of my nose when I'm sleeping, I can't breathe with my mouth when I'm sleeping. I'm sure that if, I do fall asleep and my nose is plugged, obviously that mechanism will kick in and I will breathe through my mouth. But like to try to fall asleep breathing through my mouth, it's just not going to happen. It's just not. It's just not. The only time I know I breathe through my mouth is like heavy exercise or, brisk walking or something like that. So it's difficult for me to fall asleep. And I probably got 1 hour of sleep, but it was interruption, wake up, can't breathe, trying to do all my things. The best one is to pull your ears out and then back and hold that for about 30 seconds, 45 seconds, somewhere in there. And even if you have complete like inflammation, blockage, everything, you will feel this rush of fluid and it will come down and you will breathe. I was getting maybe 3 minutes 3 minutes of breathing through my nose after doing that, but then it would go right back to what it was. But yeah, it's effective and helpful if you just have to be able to breathe. It works. But anywho, I digress. How is everybody? Let me know that you're here. Check on in. Today we're going to be doing just a free collective reading. I know it feels like we've done quite a few collective readings in the past 2 to 3 weeks, but that's because we did have a lunar eclipse reading, a solar eclipse reading. But those I'm kind of looking at as one big reading rather than, oh, here's a collective reading. And we did do a free 1-card pull semi-recently and a cosmic question corner semi-recently. And then after I scheduled this live stream, I remembered we were going to do the drawing and giveaway, but I don't know that I actually am going to have much time for that. And I cannot recall, because I have some errands. I really have to get some things done today. And I do not recall what time Wrigley's fun run is on Friday. I want to say we'll at least be able to have an hour-ish before his fun run, but let me see if I can check my email and find any information about that. Let's see. Oh, wow. I just got flooded with emails from Monday. Why do I have emails from Monday? I've been keeping up with my emails better. I guess not that bad, much better. Let's see. Fun run, fundraiser. Okay. From 1 to 1:40 on Friday, September 26th. So as long as I can wrap it up about a half hour before I have to be there, so that'd be about 12:30. So we'll start at our regular time on Friday. And we'll do the free giveaway and drawing Friday first thing. Like we're just gonna jump right into that. So Friday, if you want to be in on the drawing and the giveaway, all you have to do is be here early, and chances are you'll be able to win one or the other, or maybe potentially both. I mean, people have won both before. So yes, we're gonna do that Friday. Apologies that I recalled too late that that's what we were gonna be doing. Oh, you guys are out for brunch and completely forgot about the live. Wow, that's a lot. I couldn't sleep last night either. Was very restless, but the night sleep has been a thing lately due to the intense energy. Right. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you. You are good. We can push it to Friday. Yeah, that works for me. Yeah. Well, let's, without further ado, and I don't think we have any donations. Let me just double check the top part of my email here. No, it looks like we are clean slate right now. So anyone wanting to donate, get it in probably within the next 10 to 15 minutes. At least the first one, and then we can roll from there. Otherwise, we're gonna wrap up, and I'll just duck out early. Whatever works for you guys. I'm here for you. If you need readings, if no one needs readings today, that is perfectly fine. I have 5 dreams every night, and every time I feels like I am clearing the last 44 years of stuff. Believe me, I feel you there. And I did tell you guys recently that I in the dream I got shot in my like ankle. And then yeah, I'm like feeling it right here. It's pretty much where I keep these patches. Can you see it? There it is. No feet pics. I'm not on OnlyFans. um, yeah, I digress. But I got shot right where that little patch was that you just saw, in the dream, not in real life. And then probably a week after that dream, I had another dream that I got shot again, but it was in like the lower abdomen, around about where the left ovary would be, somewhere in that region. So one was an attack on the masculine side, the right side of my body, and then the other night, week or so after that other dream, on the feminine left side of the body. So yeah, the assaults, attacks, persecution, it's real in the astral. And in fact, it does feel, weirdly enough, yes, the astral or dreams still feel very discombobulated, disjointed, weird, amorphous, but real life is starting to fall. Yeah, maybe. Real life is starting to feel like that as well. I don't know if you guys have noticed super amount of glitches in the matrix, or just like the way the world is. It's like a dream unraveling. It's really weird. So the dream state is becoming more real, but the real world is becoming more dreamlike. It really does feel to me like the astral realm. If you guys want to call it 4D, I mean, that might be the easiest way to describe what the astral realm actually is. Where manifestation can be almost instant. It really does feel like it either has merged or is in the process of merging with this 3D reality, or we're being somehow moved from a 3D reality into the 4D, but it's almost like the astral realm is not only accessible at night, or the fact that the astral realm is no longer accessible, it's just here with us right now. Like, it's so weird. Like, I don't even know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but it feels like that. And it's really felt like that to me since kind of the end of 2021, when I had that rude awakening from the awakening. Or no, that was the end of 2022. Sorry, excuse me. Time is just flying by. It wasn't that long ago, but yes, the end of 2022 is when I really started feeling, yeah, something's amiss here. I mean, something's been amiss here my whole life, let's be honest. You guys feel the same way, I'm sure. But yeah, crazy dreams, crazy reality even. It's a weird time out here. And let me just say, the NPCs out here be NPCing. And just because they're quote unquote NPC status does not mean that they don't have a spirit. It's just that the spirit is so inundated with the programming that it's almost gone. I mean, it's not gone. It's there. It's buried. It's just about that motivation, that desire, or that spark from spirit to speak to the conscious mind of said and person walking around here acting like an NPC, to start sloughing off all of the programming, all of the false self, all of the ego, all that is not us, that you can almost feel like you have that connection to spirit again. But I would say 90% of the people I come across out in the, at the school, and weirdly enough, when Boston was a young child, I felt so much like, wow, because that was he started kindergarten the year that I had my awakening, like my big Kundalini awakening. I had that September 16th. He had started kindergarten like a few weeks before that, and I felt like so many of these young kids his age, he's now 14 for those of you that need reference, were so just pure spirits, pure souls. And now let's juxtapose this situation of just such lovely, awake, spiritually connected children just sitting, like when we go to the football games, we will kind of sit behind the student section, and I'd say 90+% of them are just now offline. Like I'm not even, that's not an exaggeration. It's the programming. It's not that their spirits are disconnected. They're still there. It's just the programming is so real and so inundated into the spiritual field that it breaks my freaking heart. Like it's sad. It's really sad. Hoping, fingers crossed, that as some of these kids evolve and get, older and wiser, that they start to slough off this programming and reconnect to their spirit. I'm sure the same thing happened during, when I was in school, and I'm sure those parents who were maybe awakened at the time could see like such lovely little children, and then by the time those lovely little children are in high school, you're like, "What are you monsters? What are you?" Um, yeah, I don't know. It's sad. It's scary. It's sad. But yet I think there's hope that some of these kids will come back online, hopefully, before shish really hits the fan around here, Yeah, you shared about it. I feel mine are more about the lack of stuff I face, like clothing, basic needs, etc. Others are about cleaning-ish with my dad, brother, and S. Yeah. Oh, I've been feeling the crashing of everything around me since I had that fight with S in June, July. Since then, it's a slow process of falling apart of things around me. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it's the ego, entities, parasites living in the vessel, operating in the vessel in the favor of the false agendas. Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Linda's here. Hello, Linda. Welcome, welcome. All right. All of that being said, let's get into our free collective reading. Let's start with, we haven't used this one in a minute or two, the gold foil tarot. I'll shuffle her up and just see what we need to know right now. Those of us watching now and on the replay, kind of coming out of this eclipse cycle, if you will. Oh, we have some reversals in here somehow. I did not know that, but that's okay. We'll read the reversals today. We'll just roll with it. Yeah, coming out of this eclipse cycle. The eclipse was about 3 days ago at this point. It was in Vedic and Western Virgo, out for all of you out there. So wherever your Virgo house is, per Western or Vedic astrology, check that out. That's kind of, and then where your Aquarius house is in Vedic or your Pisces house is in Western, that's where these eclipses took place. The axes in which these eclipses took place. All right. What do we need to know, especially coming off the heels of this eclipse and just going into this new energy? Also off the heels of the equinox. We just had the equinox, equal time being day and night. So now we're just losing daylight every day until the winter solstice, and then we'll start to gain the light again. So we're in a 3-month. Wait, there are 4 3-month cycles. There we go. So we're in a 3-month cycle from September to December of our autumn time. And it's really starting to turn out where I'm at. We're still having like 80-degree days almost every day, but it starts being like 40 degrees rather than like 60 degrees in the morning. So there's always that. All right, I digress. What do we need to know? What do those of us watching now and on the replay need to know? No matter what time of year they're watching, this is still applicable. Ooh, I always call this the Miss Montana card. And I was telling my friend Jessa that during our accountability meeting last Thursday. And funny enough, I actually did take a picture, I think. Yes. Why I call it the Miss Montana card. So this is a photo we found at my grandma's house. So my house burned down about, let's see. This was July 7th through the 9th. And by August 14th of this year in 95. And by the end of this year, by the end of the next month, August 14th, my house had burned down. So this is me pre-house burning. All those trophies. See why I call it my Miss Montana card? Yes. I was the summer between 7th and 8th grade here. So I was younger even than my oldest son, Boston, right here. I think I look the same though. Like my hair's I have bangs obviously, but like my hair was still curly. Here's another, I'm like, I look like a 14-year-old child bride. This was my the pageant dress I wore. This was from Miss Montana. But you can see the curls. I mean, outside the bangs and yes, a younger, plumpier looking face, just because, as you age, your face thins out a bit. I think I look the same. Regardless, I digress. I'm just digress today. But anyway, this is about some wish fulfillment, something that has been, and intricacies. I normally don't see all the patterns in the kind of carved into the foil of these cards, but it's so cool. And it almost looks like a circle put into 4 parts, and in the middle almost looks like a kite. It's probably going to be very hard to tell. Right here, you almost see that kind of almost 4 thing in the middle. It looks like like almost like a triangle, but with yet another little triangle on it. Um, yeah, this is about wish fulfillment, and I just heard fitting a square peg in a round hole. Very interesting. Yeah, because if you turn that diamond of the four corners of those on its head, it's a square. I mean, I'm not making a perfect square, but guys know what a square looks like. Um, so you can't fit a square peg in a round hole, yet you can fit a square peg in a round hole because it's in the middle of this circle. So if the square peg is smaller than the circumference of the circle, you can fit it in. Oh, that's what that means. Okay. So what Spirit's telling me is the way to fit a square peg in a round hole is you have to shrink yourself. And you're done doing that. You're not doing that anymore. You're standing in your full authority of your sovereignty and just having to let the chips fall where they're may. You're done with the BS. You're done with trying to fit a mold. You're done trying to diminish your light to fit in. That's pretty powerful already. Wow. So there may come an instance over these next, I'm seeing like 2.5 weeks for you guys watching now or on the replay, that there's going to be an instance where your first instinct, not intuition, but instinct, just because of programming, is to shrink yourself or not say something and just play meek and mild and woe is me, but not speak up. But instead of just following that instinct, you're going to tune into your intuition and you're going to go, no, this isn't right. I'm going to say something. Or just smile anyway. Someone has an off-colored comment to you, you just smile, like, not in a passive aggressive snarky comment, but just smile and stand even taller. Like, that's the vibe coming through. So it's almost like someone trying to cut you down or, tell you you're not as good as you think you are or what have you. But otherwise. So yeah, maybe that first gut kick to the gut is like, oh, maybe they're right. Oh, woe is me. I'm a victim. But then you're like, that's not even effing true. So no. That's like the image coming into my mind is like, I'm not shrinking myself for you or for your opinion of me or whatever. And it does feel very much like this is in person. This is not really something online, unless you're like on a live stream and you're saying it out loud, kind of how I am now, where maybe someone comes in is like, oh, your hair looks stupid. It's like, yeah, it's soaking wet pretty much still. I just got out of the shower. So what? But again, there's me trying to defend myself. Instead, I just sit even taller and just smile even brighter. But yeah, this is really not even about defending yourself or, finding like the reason you are able to exist as you are. You just shine. That's the vibe coming through. All right. Anything else we need to know, those of us watching now and on the replay? All right. Oh, the Empress, but it's in reverse. I'm actually seeing this as a good thing. I'm going to get a clarifier from the tea leaf on this, but what I'm really seeing is, again, when the Empress is like in her full glory, again, she's shining her light, not like at the cost of everyone else. Like if she's having a really beautiful day, but then she sees someone is hurting or has just lost a loved one or something, she's not going to keep on like, well, I don't know what your problem is. This is a beautiful world. It's about turning within and really exuding empathy, not even just to other people, but to yourself. There's this need for empathy for yourself and all the trauma that you have realized here on this planet, not even just in this lifetime, but multiple lifetimes. There's this empathy that's coming back online as you connect deeper to your spirit. And this is not any ritual, any meditation, any shamanic journey. There's nothing you have to do outside of you just breathing and being. That this empathy is just going to start coming online even more. And it's sloughing off, again, false programming so that you can stand in your light. But it's going to take a bit of maybe mental gymnastics. It's really feeling like a clear knowing, like a gut feeling, like something, but then you're using your logical mind to kind of parse it out or piece it out. It's not like peace out, but like maybe some of you are like peace out of this limiting belief or what have you. But it's almost like this deep knowing that is not, it's like almost bypassing the mind completely. And that's when you're communicating with spirit, when it completely bypasses the mind. Of course, we use our brain, our mind to interpret things, obviously. But it's almost like the message fully downloads as this gut knowing, claircognizance that has nothing, claircognizance, you guys, has nothing to do with the mind or any kind of logical thinking. When we have that claircognizant download, and then we use our mind in an unbiased way to parse out what the information of that download is, that's what you're doing. It's not just pre-programmed matrix control, mind control thing that is keeping you stuck in patterns. It's something that's almost bypassing that mind control. And then you're using your mind with your spirit, using your mind, not, you using it as a tool rather than it using you as a tool, the way the matrix does. So it's almost like what I'm seeing is, it's almost like on the Titanic when they want to start trying to reverse the engines. And that's almost like a retrograde. Now that I say that, it's almost like a retrograde. In our perception, it's like that planet is starting to slow down, and then it almost stands still for a while before it can then start to move retrograde or backward. And retrograde or backward in this instance is not a bad thing. This is going back to original, like divine programming, because there has to be a program running. So all these matrix programs are overlaid over the top of like a natural divine program that was instituted, instilled, put in place. So we're reversing away or out of these like matrix programs and going back to the original divine program that is in your DNA. That's what I'm seeing. So this is a DNA shift. Although there may be not anything hugely external that you can point to that is like, wow, I can now fly, I can breathe underwater. Those would be massive external shifts that let you know, okay, I'm on a different frequency right now. These are more internal shifts that are happening to let you know that you're on that different frequency. But you're gonna, yes, over time, start to see them manifest out in the outer reality. All right. Tea leaf to kind of clarify or get some more information on that. Empress in reverse. So we have the quill. Ooh, I said kill. But I like that because that means we're unaliving the false matrix. Because, okay, I love this so much. So what was I just saying? And I wanted to clarify on this card, everything I just said. Quill, getting back to basics. Overwriting or overriding the false to get back to the original, to get back to the basics, which is the divine program. I have chills. You cannot make this stuff up, you guys. I love it so much. All right. Anything else in addition to what we've uncovered? Okay, slippery energy, and where did it go? Now it's hiding from me because Wrigley's got quite the little mess going, but I found it. It's happiness. It's slippery though, so we got to work at it or uncover it somehow. I'm gonna grab it. Here we go. I grabbed it with my toes. A monkey. Monkeys grab stuff with their toes. All right, so we have happiness here, and we have some like, I wanted to say doves, but I'm actually seeing these more as seagulls. Let's count the seagulls. 2, 4. Let's see, 2, 4, 6. There's 7 of them, which is a very spiritual number. So looking at the spirit animal of the seagull, not the dove, but the seagull, because dove to me does represent peace, yes, but I'm reading the shape of these birds more as seagulls. I don't know if you agree, but you can look up dove if you feel that's more what's going on. Let's see, seagull spiritual meaning. Skipping the AI. I don't need your interpretation. I will interpret at my own will. Thank you very much. Spiritual meaning behind, spiritual significance of seagull. So I love this. And I just heard happiness is an inside job. Let me grab it correctly here. Okay. So a seagull, when you're considering a spirit animal's meaning, it can be helpful to learn more about the animal itself. Seagulls are part of the family Laridae, and they are typically found on coastal or inland areas. They are intelligent birds and have been known to engage in the use of tools, such as fishing with a piece of bread as bait. Oh, cute. Seagulls typically live and raise their children in colonies, which tend to be both noisy and crowded. Gulls will work together to harass a predator or any competitor for food. Interestingly, while people may complain of these birds steal their food, the truth is that gulls and humans can usually live near each other with no significant issues. All right, let's see the symbolism. So the cry, a seagull sighting can be a reminder to you, find your voice and be fearless when speaking your mind. Don't worry about being considered too loud. Again, not shrinking yourself, right? Your voice is needed. The flight, a seagull sighting reminds us to view life from different perspectives, solve problems by looking at them from different angles, and we're just repeating ourselves. Remember, we were seeing the intricacies, seeing the patterns, or seeing, we could just see a blue background, or we can look even deeper, seeing things from a different perspective, like we were doing earlier. Solve problems by looking at them in different angles, and we have the ability to rise or fly above our circumstances too, or again, level up out of the matrix. Resourceful recycler has been said that one man's junk is an often a seagull's treasure. Often it's food and the item that catches their fancy, or something they can use for temporary nesting. Seagulls are the kings of upcycling. And what I'm seeing with that upcycling is another word, transmutation, transmuting, taking some negative energy, because energy is energy. All energy is energy. Whether we want to call it negative or positive, it's still energy. So we can transmute something perceived negative into something positive, or upcycle, transmute that energy for something we can use. Mobility and adaptability, they can move around and live where and their colony will thrive. They have the ability to sense storms and danger and swiftly remove themselves from harm's way. It's like you can sense a storm coming is really what it feels like. And there's a lot of political and systematic storms going on out there in the collective right now. So as far as the spirit animal, the ability to make the most out of whatever resources are available to you. Thus, you are creative and productive. You likely have respect for others, yet you're not afraid to test the boundaries and challenges people rise to beyond their known abilities. You are not afraid to confront others if need be. Again, you're not shrinking yourselves. And if you do need to confront someone, now's the time. It's coming up. Now's the time. Okay, I feel like we got that message. So let's get a shadow work oracle and wrap up our reading. And I don't think we have any donations yet that I know of. Let's just double check. Okay, no donations today, so this might just be the end of our live stream. Well, let's just see. Linda loves the tea leaf cards. Yes, I remember back during Patreon, you were always like, "I love the tea leaves." Linda's a big fan of the tea leaves. So am I. You can't make the stuff up that we get. It's amazing. Ooh, we have mental contest, and there's the Archer. That's very Sagittarius energy there. Strength isn't from winning. Struggles define strengths, control power, and repress. So we're overriding these mental, controls or structures that have been placed over the divine use of our mental capacities or our subconscious. We're allowing that repress to rise. Let's get one more. Anything else? Ooh, and shadow dance. When you move shadows, you discover your rhythm, fluidity, movement, and open. So we're clearing the shadows by shedding that light, or standing brighter, not letting anyone dull that light. Because as you shine your light even bigger and brighter, you shine that light on even more of the shadow. And it's not that the shadow disappears, it's just inundated by the light, or transmuted or alchemized into the light. Wow. Powerful messages today. I love it. Let's get one more. We're going to get one more from the Answer is Simple deck. Anything else we need to know? Those of us watching now and on the replay or on the replay. Woo! Okay, slippery energy yet again. But we have create. So if you felt creatively blocked, there's this balance that's needing to take place with that 24 there that adds up to a 6. So there's this balance of, even if you're feeling blocked, just set aside literally 5 minutes to work on whatever it is that you're looking to create, whether it's space in your closet. You're setting aside 5 minutes to just pick out, my husband's calling, pick out like 5 things that, I will let him know I'm live right now. That like just looking in that closet, I'm never wearing that again. Just taking 5 minutes or 5 things out of that closet just to get the ball rolling, because energy in motion stays in motion. A body at rest stays at rest. So get in motion and you will start to create that space in your life for some creative solutions, or create the creative juices to be able to flow. And we have that orange, which is very sacral chakra. That is that creation, life force energy. On my live stream, but wrapping up. All right. Anywho, so yes, that will be it for me today, I guess. Let me just double check that we are up to date. Pretty sure we still are. Yes, yes. Okay. So I hope this collective reading shed a little bit of light. Not that the reading should be shedding the light. You're the one shedding light on all the darkness. Look at this. It's you. It's originating from you. You're getting back to the basics to be in charge of your own happiness, which is an inside job. And with this Empress in reverse, it's about going internal, finding that empathy, not only for others, but also for yourself that maybe have been missing, or, just feeling like, why is everyone else getting it right? And I just can't ever get it right. It's not your fault. It's the programming that has overridden or hijacked that divinity, that just pure creative life force that you are as a spiritual being. It's been hijacked, it's been suppressed, it's been put in shadow. But as you shine your light, the shadow alchemizes. I love it. What a powerful, positive message to get us through the middle of this week. But I will see you guys on Friday, and be there early, because we are going to be doing the giveaway and drawing first thing on Friday's live stream at 11 a.m. And I have to leave by about 12:30 because Wrigley has his fun run fundraiser at school. So it was hijacked the moment we descended towards Earth. I believe you are correct. I believe that. Yes. It's crazy. Oh, you're so welcome, Linda. Any time at all. All right, you guys. Well, thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see each and every one of you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot Live. Until next time, Friday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time for the free one card pull and drawing. I will see you guys next time. Bye.